Tension erupt. China holds drills in South China Sea amid U.S. warship transits. Warships of the Chinese People's Liberation Army or PLA Navy recently conducted real scenario-oriented exercises in the South China Sea and comprehensively honed their combat capabilities, media reported on Monday, a day after the U.S. sailed warships into the region. The PLA Navy recently dispatched a warship group consisting of the Unshi, Yangzhou and Guangyuan to the South China Sea for a long-endurance, high-intensity and real scenario-oriented exercise with multiple training subjects, China National Radio reported on Monday. During the exercises, the PLA Type 056A corvettes practiced defending against incoming missiles by detecting the missiles, deploying smoke and launching flares, and conducted main gun shooting training on a mock warship target that was approaching at a rapid speed of 44 knots, according to the CNR report. The exercises have no preset script, tested and optimized tactics, and comprehensively honed the troops' combat capabilities, the report said. The recent PLA drills in the South China Sea showed a high level of combat preparedness in the region, and that the PLA is ready to safeguard national sovereignty and territorial integrity against unfriendly visitors at all times, a Beijing-based military expert told the Global Times under condition of anonymity. On Sunday, the U.S. Navy Makin Island Amphibious Ready Group, including the USS Makin Island and the USS Somerset, entered the South China Sea from two different directions, according to tracking data by the South China Sea Strategic Situation Probing Initiative or SCSPI. The U.S. will likely conduct amphibious exercises in the South China Sea and conduct troop mobilizations between the Pacific and Indian Oceans, Zhang Junshi, a senior research fellow at the PLA Naval Military Studies Research Institute. The U.S. muscle-flexing actions could damage regional stability, and China should be prepared to confront the U.S. in the South China Sea and the Taiwan Straits no matter who sits in the White House, Chinese analysts said. Meanwhile, a Chinese newspaper is criticizing the recent successful intercept of a mock nuclear missile, in this case, a simulated ICBM, by a U.S. Navy destroyer using an SM-3 IA missile. The Beijing-backed paper alleged that the ship-launched missile defense capability would not prove effective in a real war scenario or have any chance of stopping a maneuvering hypersonic missile. The claim in the paper, which quoted a Chinese defense analyst, was not supported by any technical data, operational context or evidence-based information. Rather, the article argued that the United States only used a mock missile and was done under an optimal scenario in which the defending side knows where and when the missile would come from. The U.S. demo did not approximate a real battle scenario and went on to claim that both Russia and China have mobile launchers. The thrust of the argument advanced in the story was simply that Russia and China are now developing more advanced missiles, including hypersonic ones. The comments and arguments advanced by the paper seem to invite several pertinent questions, such as the many factors either left out or not addressed by the story. The most apparent problem with the Chinese newspaper's claims is that seems to lack the awareness of the Navy's advanced SM-3 IA. The missile is a modern variant of the interceptor, which is larger in size and, perhaps of even greater relevance, it is engineered with new, advanced, more discriminating seeker technology, enabling it to improve precision and better track enemy targets. While many technical details of an emerging weapon such as the SM-3IIA are likely not available for understandable security reasons, it certainly seems possible that the SM-3IIA might be able to track and destroy moving targets. Also, even in the event that mobile launcher were able to obscure, vary or conceal the launch point of an intercontinental ballistic missile or ICBM, its heat signature upon launch might likely be detectable by satellites. In fact, fast-evolving methods of tracking threats are advancing detection technologies through the proliferation of new low and medium Earth orbit satellites. The SM-3IIA intercept was a breakthrough first step in a series of fast-moving developments intended to refine, test and deploy an even wider range of ship mobile ICBM defenses. These fast-emerging systems are specifically designed to improve space-based meshed networking to track fast-maneuvering enemy missiles, such as ICBMs or even hypersonic missiles at some point in the future. Lastly, the interceptor itself may not need as much of its own tracking to follow the launch and trajectory of a missile fired from a mobile launcher, as the flight path may well be known by space sensors or other methods of detection before ship-based SM-3IIA fire control is fired. This means ship commanders may already have an accurate track of a weapon, given improving space connectivity, sufficient to offer coordinates, details or flight path specifics to sailors operating and programming an SM-3 interceptor system. While referred to by the Chinese paper as a mock target, the ICBM was a Northrop-built trainer missile designed to very closely replicate an actual ICBM. It was in effect described as simply an unarmed ICBM.